Should a Chevy Silverado Hybrid maximize power or fuel economy? This is by Jonathan Lopez. There were Chevy hybrids in the past, and it seems like they didn't really catch on too well. This website here from Schumacher Used, they're talking about all the Chevy hybrids that have existed in the past and present, apparently, for this Corvette. So the Silverado, they're saying it was 2004 to 2008. There was a mild version of it. And then from 2008 to 2013, there was a hybrid version of the Silverado. Then from 2016 to 2018, there was an e-assist mild hybrid. And they only made about 500 of these and they sold them in California. So a lot of us have never even heard of this vehicle. There's another Chevy Silverado hybrid I can show you that they make right now, but it's not available for any of us to buy it. So here they do make a Chevy Silverado hybrid right now, but it's a military vehicle. As you can see here, it is. This is the next gen military vehicle. This is 2500. It has the 2.8-liter Duramax turbo diesel engine and a 12 module battery pack. They like this vehicle for the military because it could operate either in full electric mode or with the engine on. So they want it in full electric mode so they could sneak up on when the enemy, according to the poll, they want you to either pick high gas mileage or power. They must have some contacts at GM. My theory is that somebody at GM who is trying to make some decisions for the 2027 Silverado wants to get a sense of what the public wants. They want to know, do you want more fuel economy or do you want more power? If you have an opinion on this, go into the comment section and post your opinion. 'Cause I think that maybe some actual engineers who are making some design decisions for this next generation will look in the comments to see kind of what the people are thinking. Well, here's what I think about this situation. Instead of trying to maximize gas mileage or power, I think they need to maximize these three things and then let the chips fall where they may. The three things I would like them to maximize are simplicity, low cost, and durability. The first thing people want, I think, is cost right now. The economy is kind of tight, things are a little bit uncertain, and people get real excited when they hear about something that's going to give them value. Charge less for the hybrid Silverado, or at least as much as a regular one, and be able to give you more fuel efficiency. I think people will value that more than a little bit more miles per gallon or a little bit more power. It seems to me the Silverado is as powerful as it needs to be. Now, I know that it may sell more if it gets a little bit more than a Ram truck or a Ford truck, but I would like to see them cost a little bit less. I think that will sell the Silverado more than just a little bit higher fuel numbers. Now, as far as simplicity, which kind of goes together with durability, the simpler, the better. The less things that can break, the better. Now, sometimes people in the comments, they think that a hybrid vehicle is more complicated, so it'll be more things to break. But I have a different opinion on that. I think that the hybrid system may allow things to get simpler. Now, I'm not talking hybrids like I'm Greta Thunberg and I'm worried about saving the planet and I want to put a flower pot on the Silverado dashboard. No, I'm not worried about that.
How dare you!
If you use the similar transmissions that Chevy has used in the past, like let's say, for example, in the Chevy Volt, and transmissions that are in similar to the Toyota ECVT transmission and the Ford ECVT transmission. These transmissions are so much simpler than the current designs. It's not even funny. The current design transmissions, we got an 8 speed, we got a 10 speed. In the future, I don't know, maybe they want a 15 speed, a 20 speed. Who knows? It's enough speeds for transmissions. That is what is making things a lot more complicated. Now, if you get a hybrid system, You can have a very simple ECVT transmission, which I think they should rename, by the way, and I'll talk about that later. If you get the simpler ECVT transmission, you got two big old motor generators, a very small planetary gear set, and that is it. I mean, it's hardly anything to break on a hybrid transmission. Now, if you pair that, Chevy, and this is what I would like to see, make the engine less complicated with the hybrid system on there. And I think a lot of other Chevy fans want you to get rid of the DFM system, the dynamic fuel management system. People who buy these Chevy Silverados, they do not want to see this lifter failure anymore. People are sick of it. I'm telling you, I made a video on how to find Chevy Silverado from the factory without DFM because they were making them like that because of the chip shortage for a little while. People watch that video like crazy. They love that video. They don't want these complicated lifters anymore. Even if lifters go out, even at 140, 150,000 miles, people look at that as a failure. Now, even though maybe this isn't the original owner, now they got a bad taste in their mouth. Maybe they won't buy a Chevy when they do have enough money to buy a new one. Get rid of DFM. People hate it. As far as durability, which is the third thing that I want, people think that, oh, it's a hybrid system, it's harder, it's more complicated. Listen to this. This is the way I look at it. With a hybrid system, when you can have just the engine running, or you can have just the electric motors propelling the vehicle, these electric motors last for frickin' ever. I'm telling you, that is a very simple system. If you can just run it with the electric motors, like let's say up to 40, 50 miles an hour, at that point, the engine is off. It's not even moving. That means your engine is working half as much throughout the lifetime of the vehicle. It's working half as much. Imagine if you had to run a 20-mile marathon, and instead of you running it, it's you and your robot friend. So you could run a couple miles, and then you could rest, let the robot friend take you while you're resting. Now the robot is running, and now you stop. Now you run a little bit more. You're working half as much. Honda hybrid systems, Toyota hybrid systems, and even Ford hybrid systems, when they don't have a turbo on them, those things could last for freaking ever. Even Chevy, when they had the Chevy Volt, that thing used to last forever. That is what I want out of you. Low cost, durability, and simplicity. Now, at low cost, maybe you could make a bare bones version of the Silverado, maybe the work truck, hybrid Silverado version, no screens in it. Just have it like that new Slate where you have a place where you can put your phone and just sit it down there and plug your phone in with just a wire or with Bluetooth and just let that power the speakers. Roll up and down windows. No, none of the extra little features that you need. Just a truck. That is it. One truck, no screens, uh, manual seats, manual mirrors, hybrid system, no DFM, hybrid transmission. The thing will last forever. Simpler is better.